Hello guys, welcome to the daily market analysis video. My name is Apoor. I daily make educational content videos on financial markets. Well, before starting this video, I would like you guys to know that this is not an investment advice or a call, but only and only my thought process on markets. And if you guys have any doubts after this video ends and you guys might be having some doubts, some discussions, then do those doubts, put those doubts and put those discussions in the comment box that is below this video. Now, let's begin our analysis. So, at the end of this video, you guys will be able to understand and learn these things. Three swing trades that I have for you guys with price action, two midterm trades with price action, world markets, how they are moving, and intraday index trades that I am going to share with you guys. Okay. So, firstly, I'm going to share what's happening the world market. Let's have an overall look out on the world markets here. So USD, firstly let's see USD INR. So USD INR is trading at 17.79.2, and it just made a again a high in the last session that was 79.41. So that was the high, 79.41, I guess. Yeah, 79.14. Okay, so that was the 79.41. Yeah, so that was the high made by USD INR. USD INR is climbing. Okay, so you just have to make sure that you know everything what's happening around you. So let's talk about Dow Jones now. So if you talk about Dow Jones, US 30 or DJI, Dow Jones futures or Dow Jones current movement, okay, anything that you are tracking, so you will see that it is coming back to the same area multiple times. There could be a potential breakout on the higher side, or it can get rejected on the downside also. So we are expecting a big movement in Dow Jones. Can be upside, can be downside. Now, in these scenarios of market, how DAX is performing, how the German market is performing, well, after a very long time, guys, okay, after a very long time, the DAX is showing too much consolidations, a lot of NRC candle, narrow range candles. That means a lot of big momentum needed to become. And right here there was a big draw, back candle right here, red candle here, and then there were two inside bars, and out of that the last session the breakout is on the higher side and the closing been done. So this is a mother bar, two insider bar breakout. So I am expecting DAX to move a bit up. Okay, that will give some boost in the mid market sessions to our Nifty and the index also. Okay, because if the global markets and sentiments are good, our markets might even rally more. So that's my current market thought process, that overall US market is looking like a double bottoms breakout. DAX has already given a sign of a Harami reversal here. That's what we call it, Harami reversal. After a fall, we see a mother bar, inside bar candle breakout on the upside. That means a reversal sign. That's what we call a mother bar breakout and a reversal sign. So potential some points reversal we can see here also. So overall I'm bullish on the markets. Okay, now let's check SGX Nifty. So SGX Nifty has shown in the last session, if you check, has shown a overall momentum of 150 points from the down till the bottom, touched 16300, almost, and touched 16150 as well on the downside, but closed sideways. So we might open a little bit gap up because of the bullish sentiments, or we might open a little sideways or slight downside. That could be 20 points, 10 points, something like this. That's where I'm expecting markets to open. So we'll talk about index at the end, and now let's come back to our small term trades. So my first trade for you guys, for the swing traders, will be, okay, will be TCPL packaging. Okay, so last time I analyzed this stock, it was right at this area. It was getting rejected, then made a body candle. Okay, then made an amazing body candle right here. Okay, let's not just remove the volumes also. Okay, if the volumes are there, volumes were not there. Let's come back to this area. Yeah, so TCPL packaging, what I'm thinking is right at this area, that see, I have at this particular point I have initiated my positions, but of course now people who are seeing the video now, they can create their positions at the current market price if you want to. Of course, this is not an advice. Please guys, don't take this as advice or investment call or this or that. I don't believe in these things. You have to make your analysis on your own at the end of the day. Okay, it's you that is who's driving your portfolio. Okay, I'm just giving my ideology here. Okay, nothing else. So what I'm seeing is 1:1 risk reward ratio matches this 1060, and the reason is strong breakout. The breakout is saying that it got resistance from here, again it got resistance from here, and now this time it is giving a huge candle on the higher side with good volumes also. Let me show you the volumes. Let's not just skip the volume part. Okay, and let's add the volume also here. So volume, if you check, wow, amazing volume increment. Volumes were down, and all of a sudden there is a huge spike in the volume. 100k is the volume. So also, if you check right here, this was the low. This was the low created by the stock, and then it created a sudden dip right here, all been absorbed by the buyers, and then again it is creating a good overall global low here as per this low. So higher lows formations and a breakout, so we can expect a higher high, and then it can again fall. So short term trade, TCPL packaging. Arman, financial is my next stock. Again, a volume shoot up in this stock as well. As you can see right here, see right here also the volume shot up and the stock went up. Although it consolidated for quite some time, but again it went up. Overall, it went up, right? So, but here there is no setup. Here I am seeing a good setup. The setup is known as a symmetrical pattern setup, getting rejected multiple times, consolidating at the upper side of the symmetrical pattern, and giving a proper breakout on the upside, and that's where we enter the trade. So the risk reward ratio, see, I entered somewhere around this point, but people who are watching the analysis right now, okay, you can enter at this point with 1:1 risk reward ratio as per the short term trading opportunity. The stock is also trading above a supply demand conversion zone, as you can see right here, a good supply zone and converted into a demand zone. How I can say that? See, it came to this area, rejected, and after a long rejection it created a ascending triangle pattern here. That's a bullish pattern, but overall, unfortunately, it gave a breakdown and fell. So breakdown happened and fell also. So basically it's a it's a good supply zone over here. Now after that it gave a solid breakout, but we never know that if it's a fake out or a breakout. So we wait for some consolidation over this area, and now we are seeing a symmetrical pattern again at that area, some pattern that is symmetrical pattern here, and then again we are seeing a breakout on the higher side. So 1:1 risk reward ratio trade possible in this also. EID Perry is my next stock. Right here, I'm seeing multiple times the stocks have been consolidating at this area. And if you check for how many days it's been consolidating here, it is 240 days. So for the past 240 days, the stock gives you a consolidation here. Also, it is telling you that the overall lows that it has been making for the past few days. And if you ask me how much is this past few days data, it's 134 days, guys. For the past 134 days also, the volumes, the green volumes, you can see the price is consolidating in this whole range, and just see the green volumes are huge in this area. So people are accumulating this stock maybe. Okay, that could also be a potential sign. Of course, we never know that if the people are actually accumulating it or not, but of course we need some indication, we need some good price action skills here. So what I'm seeing is price action accumulated quite a bit here, contraction pattern and a breakout of it. Okay, now we might see a momentum on the higher side, maybe till 609 first target, and 650, that is my second target. So I'm quite bullish on EID Perry. Now the third stock will be fourth will be Tata TCS. Why TCS? Because see, on the daily time frame, I am seeing that TCS has regained. This is the one of the IT sector stock that has regained their previous lows, hasn't fallen that much also, regained their previous lows also, came back up with power with a morning star pattern kind of sign. Not exactly a morning star, you can say. See, in the markets you won't get, every time you won't get the classic textbook type morning star patterns or any type of patterns. Okay, so here I'm seeing a bullish pattern that is telling me that the demand has been taken and it might move on the higher side, because a sell off, a fall, buying push up, and a good healthy red green candle. So I'm seeing a pole and a flag type pattern here. We need a breakout of it, so we wait for the breakout, and then we will take the target as 303,3476 as our target number one. Okay, so I'm making the from the closings only. So this is my anticipation, around this much is my anticipation from the bottom closing, that is this, till the top closing of the pole, that is this. Okay, so I'm taking this into consideration and taking this as my target number two. Okay, so these are my two targets for TCS. Looks pretty good to me. Short term trade and trading around the gap down area also, and consolidating and hitting that gap down area stop. So this time it might move here, or something like a zigzag manner movement. Okay, like this can happen. So I'm anticipating a good movement in TCS on the higher side, but because results came, we have to see tomorrow how the price action works. So we wait. Okay, the big thing is patience, guys, here. So if it is gapping a big huge gap down or a huge gap up, you guys wait for the right price action and then strike it. Okay, don't be hasty in the TCS trade. Okay, but other trades, they look good. They have already given a breakout. TCS, we are anticipating a breakout. Okay, this much gap up, retest and a movement, that's what we want. If it is opening sideways and moving up, that's what we want. If it is opening gap down and coming back into the channel, that's also a bullish sign there. Okay, so these are three bullish signs for TCS. If it is opening gap down and moving on the downside for the whole day, I'm not interested in TCS, right? So we wait for the Monday's price action on TCS and then we take the trade. Next will be ICICI Bank, and this one is amazing one. This is a midterm type of trade, and this is the last trade. So right here I'm seeing a good breakout. You guys will be able to enjoy this breakout, I guess. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Let's take this line till this area, so that you take this. See, wicks are irrelevant according to my price action theories. Okay, they are just data inaccuracy there. Closing is being done by professionals, that's what said in the market. So I work on the closings only, closings of the candle only. I joined the closings only, and there I'm seeing that finally, after a huge consolidation of this trend line, of this counter trend line and this trend line right here. So ICICI Bank is one bank that has been following this trend line on the bottom and this counter trend line on the top, and it has broken it with power, with solid power. And right here I'm seeing that this could be taken as a good positional entry. Okay, positional entry in ICICI Bank. Okay, of course, this is not an investment advice or call. Again, I'm repeating. Now, what could be the potential target? So I'm tracking my first targets to be this one. And if you ask me, Apoor, what will be your second target in ICICI Bank, then it would be something like, let's make a parallel channel here. Reason of making the parallel channel, because I work mostly on the closing, so I'm getting this good formation right here. Why? Joining these two closings, joining all these closing, I'm getting this perfect parallel channel potential. So just like TCS trade, okay, this is also a potential trade right here. So this is a good breakout. Okay, we can expect this momentum, maybe something like this, or might even be something like this also. Okay, so you have to carry on with our position. Stop loss is 6.6%, and targets can be 14% at max. That's what I'm and interpreting, and 9%, 10% is on. That's how much we can also get here. Of course, if it is consolidating in this range, that's a sideways market, and not even the counter trend line or the trend line will work here, because sideways market means trend over. Okay, so you cannot make trend lines on it. Okay, that's like against the rules. Okay, so these were some of the good trades, and and now let's discuss about the index, what can potentially happen, because we are opening sideways, right? So on the weekly time frame, let's see Nifty first. So Nifty, again, we are seeing that what's happening here: a huge swing on the low, huge swing on the top, huge swing when on the low, huge swing on the top, and again a huge swing here. But there you get a very minor swing on the top. Okay, after a long. So what people were expecting: this much swing, then this much movement, then this much swing. So they were expecting something like this, but we are not getting whatever you will expect from the market. Mostly you will not get that, right? So what I am seeing here, what is my perspective of the market here? So I am seeing that this is the minor swing, and then again it is giving you a minor swing. So for complete bullishness, of course, we need to wait for a big candle here, closing on the weekly basis above this area. That will give us a down, hands down, good. Of course, not hands down surety. We cannot get hands down surety in anything in markets, but of course some point of surety that we can again get a candle of that much size only till this area. So two candles, something like this, can come up in the Nifty's analysis also. Something like this has been, they are cooking some pattern, something like this has been cooking in the market. So I'm anticipating these two candles. Or what can happen, again the market can fall to the bottom, say 4900, and they might trap even more players and then come into this area. Something like this can also happen, inverted head and shoulder pattern potential. So I will wait for complete bullishness here. Till then, I'm taking some small trades only. And thank you so much for watching the video. Now, in the at the end of the video, now I will discuss about the entry points of the Nifty and Bank Nifty. The same goes for the same. This concept applies on Nifty and Bank Nifty. Okay. So now let's remove this and let's go to the weekly time frame. Sorry, daily time frame. Because see, on the weekly, I'm also seeing that this whole range is being taken out and closed above this range. So I am pretty bullish for the week ahead. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame and let's see what's happening here. So we are seeing a vertical rally, and then we are seeing a retracement, a very vertical type of retracement. So not likely to be a very good retracement. But here I'm seeing a descending triangle pattern breakout, and now after that we never breaks the high. Again, we never breaks the high. So one thing is for sure, we are bullish for short term. So what are the unexpected things that we can see in the market now? If the market is opening here, here, or here, okay, so market is opening this much gap down, that is unexpected. So price action needs to be done on the, like, we have to work on the price action. Okay, let the price action give its movement. Okay, we have to give some time to see what's the price action, because it's gapping up, consolidating, it's gapping up, consolidating. So if it is gapping down, now we don't know what to do, right? If it is opening somewhere here, so this should be the very important area. This is the most important area, right? Okay. And below this area is the most important area, because that was the low. So if we are opening below it, that's a no to the price action. You don't short it directly, because what can happen is it can come down here, come up here, and then move on the downside. Okay, so I would rather wait for a sideways opening. Okay, and if it is opening somewhere around this area and breaking it out, so that's where I will enter my long positions for the next 50, 60, or 100 points according to the 1 hour time frame. Let's check that also. So on the 1 hour time frame, what I'm seeing is that if it breaks on the higher side, this, so that is the next target will be huge in Nifty. Next some targets will be huge in Nifty. Of course, that much is like, if you're not able to capture that much, I'm going to take the mid also. So if we are breaking above this, okay, breaking above this, that's my target number one, that's my target number two in Nifty. And if we are getting a gap up, again a fall of gap up, we are gapping up somewhere around here, okay, and again falling. So I'm going to wait for the breakout of the day's high, breakout for the day's high, because the moment it is going to break the day's high after a fall, see, a fall candle never breaks the day high, fall and never breaks the day high. It gave a fake out also here, but never breaks it on the 15-minute time frame. So I wait for the 15-minute time frame breakout and wait for that. Okay, so this is my index price action theory right here on the Nifty, and let's talk about Bank Nifty on the same way. Although the Bank Nifty was pretty dominant on this part, and then it came down again, went up again. There was a candle, like, it gapped, it opened, gapped up, because see, momentum was on the higher side, it gapped up, fell, consolidated. Of course, there is a consolidation expected whenever the market is opening this much gap up and it doesn't want to go down. So gap up and a fall, okay, you cannot directly take the short position here, because you never know that if the long side has been broken or not, if the top has been broken or not. Again, here, if the top has been broken, that's your long side. And right here, if this has been broken on the downside, I won't short. Okay, because I need some more price action like this in order to short. So I want a retest on the downside, and on the upside I would directly go long. As simple as that, as the price action suggests. Thank you so much for watching this whole video. Do tell me in the comment section if you have any doubts regarding this price action, and we'll see you in the next video, guys, that will come tomorrow. I hope you have a great trading session.